all the real ones, y'all. Before I start this video, I want to say I appreciate the real ones tapping into the video. So if you're watching me, well, salute to the real ones, y'all. Whether you're chosen or you're not so chosen, I don't want to judge or base it upon anybody who's watching this video as someone who is necessarily walking the path like myself, y'all. You know, there's a lot of people that watch me that are not, celibate because they want to get a perspective of somebody else's that is living a different lifestyle. And that's okay. But until you live a lifestyle like the one who's speaking, you will never understand this because you don't feel it within your soul. You have to grasp it yourself the way it comes off to you. If you don't feel information, y'all, how can you be pulled into it, y'all? You know what I'm saying? But in this video, I want to talk about how every day, y'all, seems like a good day to you, y'all. You know, you may have days where people irritate the fuck out of you, or you may have days where, people are trying to press your buttons, right? But if you have life force within you, y'all, I'll remind you that every day is a good day because you're fully living your real self, y'all. Nobody can say that you're hiding or you're stepping away from the light. No, you absorb the light, y'all. You step out with light, y'all. And that's why people love you, or they remove themselves from you because they can't take that heightened sense of awareness, y'all. The way you perceive them makes them scared or shattered because they feel like you can see them for who they really are. And that's why it takes a lot of solitude choosing this path. But at the same time, y'all, the right ones will be heavily admired by you, y'all. I'm telling you, you random women, they will start touching on you. They will want to be in your presence, That's a blessing, y'all. For someone who has never had a woman attraction, I'm not saying myself, but I'm saying for the people who have never had that, man, or say you degrade yourself or you think you are not someone who is worthy of a woman, well, then you got to get on the journey and try it out for yourself because it will amaze you, family. Not only because of the attention you're getting as unwanted, but because the way people treat you, you start realizing that you are worth and have value, yo. A lot of people, they manifest negativity because they look at themselves like they're worthless or they're not shit, right? That's exactly why it's important to stay calm, trust your gut, and spread the truth, y'all. Whether you post videos or you just are silent and you live your life normally, you can still speak truth. But there's not really no bad days for ones like myself because I can't consider tomorrow or today a bad day, y'all, when I'm filled with life force energy, y'all. Yes, I have to get things done. That's regardless. No matter what, you're never gonna stay still. You gotta move. You gotta keep moving. But I remind y'all, when you have this energy backing you up, y'all, how can you have a bad day when you feel so damn good within? That many others gravitate towards you because your aura is contagious, y'all. It's like a hit of dope, and the more they come around you, the more they want a hit of that. So if you touch them, how you think they gonna feel about you, y'all? You're creating a bond with them without sticking your dick inside somebody else because your energy is the thing that gets that to even happen in the first place, y'all. Think about it, y'all. Right when you meet a woman, y'all, you don't just go in and you fuck with her, vice versa, unless you're someone who has no worth, right? But 99% when you meet a woman, or when vice versa, when you meet a guy, will force you to fall in love and will force you to end up, taking things deeper and a step further with them in the bedroom. Is that energy that you get when you're around them. That's what opens that door up anyway. So what makes you think that you need to become the strongest alpha, smell the best? Those are all important necessities, yes. So don't think they're not. They are. They're mandatory. But at the first priority is your fucking energy, y'all. Because if you don't have nothing, well, then people can't be attracted to something that doesn't have, let's just say authority, y'all. You have authority because your energy is so dense, it's so heavy. So when people come around, they feel that fucking presence. Some can't take it. Some admire you because you have it, but others are heavily jealous, heavily trying to, destiny swap with you and shit like that. But I don't look at it like that, yo, because they can't destiny swap with you, yo, if they're not even on the journey themselves. How can you swap with me if you're not even holding your energy within? It don't make sense. You have to build the greatest thing that I can tell your family about this journey is that this shit, you have to work for the light, yo. You're not just gonna get the light because you want the light, or you're thinking like, oh, let me get his light. Nah, it don't work like that. Whether you're a woman as well, you think if I was to give you my energy, you gonna get this light? Fuck no. You gonna feel better. You gonna have more energy, but you ain't just finna get a light because it don't work that way, yo. God ain't finna just give you something you ain't worked hard for day in and day out. It's just like working out, yo. You want that six-pack, right? You want to get strong, it's not going to take one rep or constant repetitiously acts. No, you got to get perfect sleep. You got to do this shit because you really want to do it. And you got to eat right so your body can rebuild itself stronger. But back to what I was saying, family. There's no such thing as a bad day. It's more so that the days that come, yo, can irritate you. But it can't really knock you down, yo, if you know who you are within. Because that energy reminds you of how powerful you are, yo. So people may delay you. People may hold you back. But at the same time, does it affect you? No, it don't. Because you already have everything you need within you, yo. You already have the light. You have the energy. You have the awareness. Your aura is protecting you with divine barriers. So what else would you want outside of yourself, y'all? Most men that are on this journey, y'all don't want attention, y'all. You just want peace. And people who want chaos and shit like that, y'all, they look at your peace as a sign of a threat to them, So that's exactly why people do try to press your buttons, or they give you these evil stares, or they stalk you, or they watch you. But the best thing you could do, family, is just keep your head high. Remember that you have this energy, and that the devil is always going to try to use you when you're not aware of yourself, man. The devil can't fuck with you regardless. That's why he has to get you whenever you're at least expecting it, yo. That shows you about who you are and about who he and they are, yo. But just think about that, family. You don't have a bad days, yo, because there's no such thing as bad days. Bad things are only created by the way you perceive your day to become. Most people who live in bad days are because they have badass energy. Their energy is causing them to feel like their day is horrible. When you don't have energy, yo, you react more feminine. So you like to be passive with everything around you, yo. You start arguing, you start showing, you start feeling like you gotta be someone that's heard for them to feel like you have worth. No. You're missing a lot of your masculine edge, yo. And that edge that gives you that masculinity is you being quiet, staying stoic, not giving a fuck, yo. Just chilling. Whether they fuck with you or whether they don't, y'all, it don't bother me at all. Because I know my work and the inner work I've done. So why would I lower my expectations for somebody who doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, yo? That's some vague ass shit right there, yo. I personally do not care. People will try to treat me wrong, or they will avoid me. Does it bother me? No. It just shows me who you are. So without you telling me, because God has gave me the ability to sense out people depending on how they treat themselves, yo. If you love yourself deeply enough, yo, you're not gonna just push people away for no reason if they're on your vibration, But that's why I always tell your family, you gotta be mindful of what you do. Protect your energy, protect your seed. Your seed is like a plant that's growing, yo, and you're instantly growing because you're evolving every single day. The more you take control of your life, the more you will see this happen. But this is what I wanted to tell you about in this video, family, that there's no such thing as good days, y'all. Because if you have energy like myself, y'all, every day is a life lesson. Every day is something to learn new. Every day is another benefit that you become aware of, y'all. You know, this journey taught me how to live like a king, y'all. Not because I'm trying to show everybody who I am, standing tall, looking at everybody with these eyes and looking at them like I'm a king and looking at them like they're peasants. No, it's not that. It's just you don't give a fuck about what anyone says or does anymore, y'all. You live your own way, y'all. You're not trying to impress nobody, but you're also not gonna dim yourself for nobody either. And that's when people get things misconformed or constrained, because they feel like if you do something, you're full of yourself. You have pride. You know, you're trying to show off. It's not showing off, y'all. Because you're not trying to talk to nobody. You're not even looking at nobody. All you want to do is, you know, raise and shine that vibration, y'all, across the realm. Because God gave you it for a reason, y'all. You know, you would be doing God, you know, success if you was to do that. Because if you were given this energy, why are you not going to use it for things that totally fill you up? But this was the video, family. Just know that many men will respect you. Many women will admire you, but they will also have their head down when you're staring at them for a while, because that's a sign of your domination, y'all. You make women submit so easily or become submissive because they sense your masculinity. They sense that high presence, y'all. You think you gotta talk for him to see you? No. They're looking at you every minute of the fucking day. That you think that they are not looking at you, because they're trying to figure out how the fuck you move and how can they walk like you, y'all, because you're an inspiration. People only study and admire things that can help them in this reality. So that means you're an inspiration to the world, y'all. But I'll see you on the next video, man. I hope y'all got this video that there's no such thing as bad days, y'all. Unless you become somebody with negativity, so you base that upon a bad day. But I'll see y'all, man. I love y'all. Shay.